friends, it's Loz from Manatee Squares. I'm here with a quick video today to show you how to work the herringbone single crochet stitch. That's this one, which I use in the Cool Valleys vest pattern. It gives this really nice little herringbone effect. It does involve working backwards through the stitches, so I think it can seem a little bit intimidating when it's written down, so I just wanted to do a quick video to show you how easy it is. It's a 2-row stitch repeat. It's actually this way, the vest is worked lengthways. 2-row stitch repeat. It can be even number, odd number of stitches, doesn't matter, any number of stitches. It's really simple once you get started. I would say, so I'm using Paintbox Simply Chunky, upside down, Simply Chunky. This is the yarn I use for the pattern, and I'm using a 6mm hook. I would say size up your hook, because it can be, you can end up with quite tight stitches, so if you go up a hook size or two to try and loosen it up, that helps. So I've just worked my foundation single crochet row. You can just work a chain and then single crochet back along it, but we've just got plain single crochet for that first row. Then to start, so the first stitch of every row is going to be a single crochet, so just go in and work your single crochet, and then what you want to do is pick up this post from the stitch, so it's that final post of the stitch you just worked, go in there and then go into your next stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, so you've got 3 loops on the hook, and then yarn over, pull through all of the loops on the hook. So again, pick up that post from the previous stitch, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, so you've got 3 loops on the hook, then yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And you just want to do that to the end. So picking up that post from the previous stitch, going into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through 3. So this is the easy one, this is the right side, and this is the easier one of the two. So just through the post, through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So this row you can absolutely fly through, easy peasy. And you can see that by picking up that post, it gives it the slight slant, which is what creates the herringbone effect. So just keep going all the way to the end of your row, through that post, through the stitch, post, stitch. It's easy peasy, see? Okay, and then that's my first of the foundation row, so I'm going to go into there. Oh. Okay, and now we want to chain 1 and turn. So this is the wrong side, this is the slightly trickier side, but once you're in the flow of it, it's absolutely fine. So we're working everything backwards. So you want to work a reverse single crochet to start, because you start every row with a single crochet. So take your hook, and so that's my chain, my turning chain, then that is my final stitch of the previous row. So I want to go from back to front through that stitch, pick up my yarn, pull it through, so I've got 2 loops on the hook, then yarn over, pull through. That's my reverse single crochet, and now we want to do the reverse herringbone single crochet. So we want to find that post like we did before, the final post of the previous stitch, and then again from back to front through the next stitch, pick up the yarn, pull it through, so you've got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull it through. So my number 1 piece of advice here, so look, there's your post, through the stitch, pick up your yarn. I found I'd get a nice little twist with my hook here. So if you twist it, you're less likely to lose the loops off of your hook, and give it a little upwards tug to help, so make sure your tension isn't going too tight, because it's really easy here to make these stitches really tight, and then your work's going to pucker, and you're going to, and obviously if you work in the vest, it's going to change your tension, and then your top's not going to fit. So then yarn over, pull through 3. Okay, so find that post at the back, the final post of the previous stitch, and then go back to front, through the next stitch, yarn over, and then do this little twist and upwards pull, and then yarn over, pull through all 3 of them. So it's easy. Once you're in the flow of it, it's really not that bad. I get it's a little intimidating at first working backwards. It can feel a bit odd and a bit confusing, but if you get this fun little twist down, so you're twisting it as you're pulling out, and then pull those up high, and then yarn over, pull through all 3 of them. And that's going to help stop your tension being too tight, and it's going to give you this beautiful herringbone stitch. So you see, once you started, it's really not that bad, it's just a little odd to begin with, and obviously your wrong side rows do tend to be a little slower than your right side rows, but that's okay, because we make things because it's mindful and it's the process, there's no rush. Like, see, I do a lot of that once when I first start dropping my stitches. So through that post, back to front through the stitch, then yarn over, pull through, and then through all three of them. I'd say this stitch pattern, it would make a really nice scarf, or even a blanket. You can use any number of stitches, so it really doesn't matter. You could make little squares and sew them all together if you wanted. It gives such a nice texture that you don't normally see in crochet. Okay, so we've got one more stitch here. So through that post, through the stitch from back to front, yarn over, pull through, pull it up high, then yarn over, pull through all three. So we're going to chain one and turn, so we're back on the right side, and you can see how the stitches already, you can see, like, look, that way and that way, they're leaning, they're getting this little herringbone look to them. So again, this is just going to be the same as that first row. We're going to start with one single crochet, and then pick up that post, go through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, so you've got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Pick up that post, through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. Like I said, this is the right side, this one's easy peasy. I've not actually tried this stitch with a DK yarn, I've only ever done it with a chunky yarn. I imagine it would look really nice because it would be really small little stitches, wouldn't it? It's nice and repetitive, but it's not too boring. I found I flew through my best, it didn't take any time at all. Even though I constantly lose my stitches. When working a bigger piece, as usual, it can help to mark the last stitch of, well, the first stitch of each row, so that you know where to work your final stitch. This is what the wrong side looks like. It's not nearly as pretty as the right side. So again, we want to start with a single crochet, but because we're on the wrong side, it's a reverse. So go backwards, so from back to front through that final stitch of the previous row, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, 2, then that gives us that post to work into, and then so through the post, and then back to front through the stitch from the previous row, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through. With that little twist and the little pull. So through the post, back to front through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, twist and pull, then yarn over, pull through. See, it's easy peasy. And I don't know about you, but doing that little twisty pull makes me feel really fancy. I know, I'm a simple creature. Doesn't take long to to entertain me. See, look, sometimes I would find that I'd pulled my stitches a little too tight, and then it even makes that post hard to work into. So just try and keep it all loosey-goosey, pull it up nice and high to make sure you can easily find that post. So if we don't do that, if we leave it down here and then pull through, that post is really small, so it's hard to get into. Whereas when you pull it up high, it gives you this nice big post. It's easy to find, easy to work through, and it means you're not going to be tightening up. I'm sorry, my yarn's stuck. Okay, and then turn, bring us back to the right side. You can get a better look at the herringbone pattern now, where your posts are leaning in towards one another. So I'll just do a couple more rows. So again, start with a single crochet, and because this is the right side, we're just working our stitches from the front like normal. Pick up the post, pick up the stitch, and pull through. Okay, then chain 1 and turn, and we're back to working our wrong side rows, so we're working backwards again. So from back to front through that stitch, yarn over, pull through, that's for your single crochet, and then find that final post, pick it up, go back to front through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, pull it up high, yarn over, pull through all 3. So nothing too tricky to remember. It's easy to tell your right and wrong sides apart, so you know which side you're working. I will say it's not, well for me, it's not the neatest of stitches. You can see where my tension has changed a little bit on the odd stitch, like if one's a bit tighter you can see it, but let's not forget that it's handmade. that's the charm of handmade. It's not perfect. You're going to see little flaws. Probably only I'm going to see little flaws. You only see your own little mistakes, don't you? When it's someone else's, you're much kinder to them, and you don't mind them as much as your own. So be nicer to yourself, alright? If you wouldn't be mean to a friend about something they'd made, maybe don't be mean to yourself about something you've made. So twist and pull. Oh, and try not to let go of all your stitches at one go. I did find I did that a lot with this stitch if I wasn't paying attention or if I was getting a bit tired, so I just have to put it down when I kept doing that a lot, because it is frustrating, isn't it, when your stitches keep coming off your hook. But sometimes you just need to put it down for a little while and come back to it later, and your hands want to cooperate. See, so those backwards rows really aren't so bad. They take a little longer than the right side rows, but like I said before, enjoy the process. Okay, so you can see how that's working up. This is how the best looks when finished. Like I said, it's worked the other way. So this is how it looks when worked horizontally, but the best is worked lengthways, so the stitches make the length rather than the width. And that's how that looks when it's done. I think it's a really nice stitch. I think it's versatile. Like I said, it doesn't matter how many stitches you have. You can do odd number, even number. It really doesn't matter. You just need to make sure you start the row with that single crochet, and then perfect your little twist and pull, and you're fine. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want to see, and I will see you again soon. Thank you. See you later. Bye.